Okay, so we're gonna bring up Liliana and welcome to the show. Whoa, wait, hold on. Add to the stage. Wait. There we go. Welcome to the show, Liliana. How are you tonight?
I'm pretty good, actually.
Are you a police officer?
No, this was my dad's shirt from 9/11 I found in the garage, and I I made it my own. So
Oh, okay.
I love this shirt. It's just something from the past.
Okay. Your dad, he was like a firefighter during 9/11?
No,
Okay. That's
no,
what it
not at
sounded like.
all.
I was like, that's really sad. Okay, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that I've kind of come a little bit full circle in the sense that like I'm actually really not upset that those videos. I know that I may have been a little bit passionate, and I'm sure it rubbed people the wrong way. I'm sure of that, but I was never really upset that the videos got popular. I was more upset that I didn't get to talk about them because,
Okay.
I actually really enjoy, like, I don't mind if people disagree with me. I like to talk and I find these conversations interesting. And, I always like to learn from something. So I saw it as an opportunity, and to be able to comment on it, whether or not you agree or disagree with me, like that's an opportunity for me. And I think the main part of that video that I would emphasize is the accreditation part. Maybe you don't have to, but it's a kindness to say, hey, I
Okay.
understand. Yeah, I understand that like this video may not get the attention that you had initially planned. And I think that part of it, like just person to person, I was put in the position of getting a lot of online bullying, and that's not something that I was prepared for, but it happened. And it's over with. So it's okay. And I have some thick skin, so
Okay.
I read
Okay.
it.
Yeah. So I wanted to start with, why don't you tell them your background? So your age, where you're from, whatever you want to
Sure.
share before we get too much into it. Go ahead.
I'm 24. I'm from California, which you're probably going to say, wow, that makes a lot of sense. But believe it or not, I would consider myself independent. I'm not very liberal. I'm actually a mix between liberal and conservative. I've actually had a lot of friendships that I had to steer away from because I felt like they were too politically charged. Um, I am a teacher, and for the most part, like I just believe that love is love. And
Okay. What did you get your degree in? Was it like English or just education?
yeah, so it was actually English literature. So I got my bachelor's in 2023. I took a year off, just was working minimum wage jobs for a little while. I'm back in school now and I am teaching. I'm an intern.
Okay.
So
And
I
you
am
said
working.
I know privately you said you're 24.
Mhm.
And then in the video you said you like had a ex situationship like 3 years
Sure.
ago or
Yeah.
something. I'm just wondering what your dating background is and like what that experience been like for you
Um,
before this video, before the approaching at the bar. 'Cause
it's
I know your
hard.
generation's a little bit like delayed.
Yeah, I genuinely don't feel that I have the experience that most women have. And that could be for a multitude of reasons, but I have struggled with dating. I had a 3-year long relationship, and I still love that person very much to this day. And um, unfortunately, we just grew out of love, and we change as people, and that happens. But I would definitely say I've read a lot of psychology books and a lot of self-help books,
And
and one of the books
was
that
it
I
like a serious relationship, or was it more of a
very
okay, so this was like we're meeting each other's families, we might marry each other, and then it ended.
yeah, we
And
lived
that's
with each other, and
okay.
we met each other's family. It was very, very serious. I was very much in love. Now, I have read a lot of those self-help books, and I've learned that I am what you would call an anxious attachment style, which honestly, you can say that I'm overweight, and I am, but I I think the thing that scares men away is like my want for love,
Oh no,
like
the way
yes, and that pushes
okay.
people away. And for the right people, it draws them in because like I said, like I'm a very like always open, always earnest. Like sometimes I can be really intense, but for the most part, like I just want a connection, and I'm not afraid to say, "Hey, I want that." So,
No, when hot women have anxious attachment styles, they get completely different results.
yeah. But
Yeah, but I'm not even saying that to judge you. I used to be like, I used to be pretty overweight myself. I lost weight.
I had a lot of comments say, I'm this, I'm that, I'm super overweight, but they don't know the full story. I lost 50 pounds this year. I'm working on losing weight and I'm working on improving myself because, actually, I think that some overweight women are some of the most beautiful women I've ever seen. That's just my opinion. I think of them as goddesses almost, like Venetian. But personally, I was an athlete all of high school. I was on the swim team, I was on the water polo team. So it became ingrained in my personality to be athletic. So when
Mhm.
I did go through a breakup and then I ended up spending a lot of time by myself and maybe develop some habits that are not good for me, I became very insecure. So I am losing weight and I am working towards being someone that I want to be happy with. So
Well, okay, that's good. At least you're headed in the right direction. But it doesn't really matter what you find beautiful. It's like what men find beautiful, right? Like, do you understand why you got the reaction you got? Do you
I
understand it?
I do and I don't because
Okay.
I think that it depends on who you talk to. Like, I know
Mhm.
this is where we're going to disagree. There are a lot of men, like, okay, you actually mentioned it yourself. Like, you said that, believe it or not, she rejects a lot of men. And I do. I get a lot of attention. I mean, if you saw my dating app, you would see that I'm getting
A lot of black.
immense.
Sorry.
Yes and no. Yes and no. After that video exploded, I had like lots and lots and lots of
So
requests from black men who were very interested in me. They're just not my type.
I hate you guys. Sorry, not
It's
you.
true. It's true. I'm not gonna say it's not true. I'm a very honest person,
I know, I
but
was heavier too, and it's like the shift. It's like when you're over 200, it's only black guys interested, and then you get closer to 150, all the white guys holler.
I also I had a lot of white men, a lot of Mexican, a lot of Indian. I get a mix, but I
Yeah.
will say that on dating apps, like if I swiped right on everybody, guaranteed I've had hundreds of men. But I don't. I'm like I am
Well, because
attracted to what I'm attracted to.
and I'm telling you, I can say this because I lived it. My sister even lived it more because she was. What are you like? How tall are you?
I am 5'9" and I'm 240, no, 235 pounds right now.
I'm gonna say 250. Just because women always lie by like 10 pounds. Sorry.
No, genuinely,
Forty.
because I'm not afraid to admit it.
5'9".
Last January, I was 286 pounds.
Yeah,
Um,
so you're kind of similar. My sister was around the same weight and height as you. You kind of look like her actually.
and
And hers
I
was
lost weight to be 235
yeah,
pounds as of today. Honestly, I don't look that different.
oh,
I don't.
well, I know, but here's the challenge. You don't get brownie points from like imagine like you're an alcoholic and then it's like you have the one person that just never drank alcohol. And the one person that's like, "Oh, I overcame alcoholism." And it's like, "Well, you shouldn't have been an alcoholic to begin with." You know what I mean? You don't get brownie
Yeah.
points for like being overcoming something that should have never been a problem. Um, well, but at least you're going in the right direction.
Yeah, but I'm a
Um,
human being. I'm not perfect, and nobody is. And anybody who says they are, they would be lying. You know what I mean?
yeah, I know.
And it
Okay,
doesn't really matter what.
all right. I'm gonna actually explain why your video went viral from my point of view.
Sure.
It's because you were complaining about getting rejected by two men. And for men, I know men that approach women for a living, and a good pickup artist has to approach 100 women and get rejected 90 times. So it's kind of like you're coming on the internet complaining and saying, "Oh, I got rejected by two men. I'm so lonely." Which is fine. We're not used to doing that. I'd say you're kind of abnormal for most women. Like most women don't approach. I'm
At
not even
all.
saying, yeah, I'm not saying you're wrong for doing that. I actually would encourage it, but the reaction is just like boohoo, cry me a river, you know, because men have
I
been
get
doing this
that.
for 50 years.
Um,
They're like, I got rejected twice every day. Everyone's telling me I'm ugly. And you can say that
Honestly,
yourself because you said that you reject hundreds of men, right?